Okay, the last thing, I did not put this on the list, way, but I'm going to throw some names at you, okay? Because these names are part of the WWE releases whose 90-day no competes are going to be up coming up this week, okay? As of July 23rd at midnight. So so I want you to look ahead to, let's just say, the end of the summer. So we're looking like 6 weeks from now. If you tell me where you could see this performer showing up, whether it be AEW, whether it be TNA, Indies, or we just don't even hear from these people within the next 6 weeks, okay? So I'm going to start off with the Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, what many feel is a pretty obvious landing spot, and coming after their release video, it seems like they do have a landing spot.
Yeah, they pretty much announced, like, reacting really big to some sort of contract that they received. And that, like, makes you wonder what those options may be. Something tells me, like, that sort of reaction that they gave in that teaser video doesn't seem to indicate, like, a return to New Japan. It doesn't seem to indicate, at least to me, a return to TNA. And that doesn't leave many other options, does it? Right? So I think...
And next week, AEW's in Detroit. So, I mean, oh my God, all these things line up that, I mean, I think
there's this expiring by next week?
They're up this week, July 23rd. Okay. So we're talking a couple of days now that they're free to go. Yeah. Zoe Stark, she's already lined up a bunch of bookings. So like, does an AEW take, I know this is always silly when we ask about AEW. Yeah. The safe answer is to say yes to everyone, but like, is Zoe Stark, does she grab that interest for you?
I wouldn't say yes to, like, a full on sort of, like, sign her to, like, a multi-year contract type of thing, but like an audition, to let her, like, actually wrestle and maybe give us, like, the best version of that, what she could provide now. Yeah. Like, if there's, room for, like, again,
I think she gets a look, whether it be ROH, AEW.
What they've done for, like, talents like an Isla Dawn, just to kind of give him, like, a bit of a showcase match. And if from that point on, the audience seems to demand more of it, absolutely. Yeah.
Remember when the Inspiration joined AEW? How many times have we seen the Inspiration since they joined? It's been like twice.
None. I mean, I think Tony's taste. Now, like, again, Harley Cameron being the exception, right? But she is incredibly talented in ways that, I mean, the Inspiration can similarly be, but... they barely have enough time, I guess, for their own tag teams. And, I don't know the reason why that is. But Zoe Stark is a wrestler that I think has at least shown, like, pretty strong in-ring ability, at least for, like, her time in the WWE. So we'll see what she can do. I would say yes.
Here's an interesting one. Santos Escobar.
Maybe not so much. Like, I think he's okay. Like, when we're talking AEW, I wouldn't necessarily.
I'm just saying, like, where you could see him. Like,
I could see, like, TNA, MLW, or like, I guess CMLL. Like, does he seem like a good fit for CMLL?
It's possible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling either way on this guy. Like, he could end up in, like, that TNA realm. Something tells me he's not one that I'm going to be expecting. In my time frame of 6 weeks, I don't know if we're going to see this guy in any major company.
I think his arrival at any promotion would, like, be, would catch some headlines initially. And I think he has the potential of, like, being somebody who can cut, like, pretty strong promos, who's also, like, has such a background in Lucha Libre. And I think that's very valuable to an American company these days. But I also think AEW already has, like, people who might fulfill that role already. So my short answer would be, like, maybe I could see CMLL, unless there's some sort of political stuff I don't know about.
I'm going to group all of these together. Bo Dallas, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Sam Shaw. Sam Shaw has a long history with TNA.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see Bo Dallas. I think Bo Dallas is just going to disappear. That's my prediction, because the last time he got cut, it's not like he really did anything while he was gone. Gacy's going to do independence. I could see TNA being interested in any of these guys. I think Sam Shaw, like, they just feel like a TNA act that they would go
Yeah,
for,
Indies
and not an
already there.
AEW one.
And Indy's there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, they've already teased some stuff like on socials, reconnecting. So I like that to me feels like a TNA, like shoe in. Joe Gacy isn't he like doing like GCW or something?
Yeah,
Isn't he already
under
doing indies?
his new name, because I guess he lost his Joe Gacy name by joining WWE, and I don't know how that happened because he was Joe Gacy beforehand, but now he's.
Okay.
I don't.
I would love to see, to see what he could do on the indies to maybe regain some of that cred. Maybe he'll link up with the Osirian portal again, bring that back.
How about Kairi Sane?
Like the expectation certainly would be like I've heard people suggest like she might be the person that faces Tekla on behalf of Stardom for like that's one of the rumors, or at least one of the speculated sort of like spots for her. I mean, she's probably the biggest of that group, right? Like the person with the most value, name value. And I of course I could see AEW, being a destination. Like she is a big enough name, and I think like has enough appeal to land a spot there.
And the last two, and not to say that these two are a package deal, but let's just for the sake of arguments here, Alistair and Zelina Vega.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I'm gonna say again, like,
Are they do we see them on any kind of television in the next 6 weeks with a company? That would be my question for you.
I'm kind of curious about Mexico, honestly, and that would leave CMLL, right? Because like at this point, like if you're releasing
I don't
TNA,
see these guys showing up in CMLL.
why not?
I think CMLL are not just like, they don't just bring in these like one-offs unless it's like partner promotions. Typically, like they've got their pipelines with AEW, with MLW, with New Japan. I really don't see them showing up in CMLL.
Okay, it's too bad. Like we never really got that like AAA run from Aleister Black. I think he would have been a really interesting like addition. With Zelina, of course. Being able to join her.
Do we get a Twitter promo after July 23rd where he is back in the dark room?
Yeah, sure. I think there would be plenty of interest from like the indies, certainly, and I think like my feeling
if
is
they
that,
want to do them, I could see their price being substantial, but
my feeling is that if the audience would in the locker room didn't give that much backlash to them coming back, I think Tony would have them back. I think Tony likes, like Malachi Black a lot, and would probably forgive whatever might be out there, regarding his last run. But I just don't think the audience wants it, and certainly the locker room, their harmony, I think would be disrupted by it.
Alistair is the most interesting one of all of them. I tend to believe that AEW would lean towards a yes, but I'm not confident in that one. So, I mean, there's some interesting names.
Ring
in
of
here.
Honor.
It's possible. Yeah,
He should go to New Japan. All right. He should. I mean, the G1's already.
he should have gone to
but-
New Japan like a decade ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, there are your some of your free agents as of this Thursday when they are all free and ready to go. It's July on the Post Wrestling Cafe, and that means our extensive G1 coverage begins starting July 11th. We're going to have reviews of every single G1 card right up to and including the finals in the middle of August. Plus, Rewind Away takes a look at 2 episodes of Heels. We're also going to be going back to 2005 for a review of WrestleMania 21, and it is the start of our double shot episodes covering this season of Dark Side of the Ring. Plus, we are going to dive into the 3rd season of WWE Unreal. All that and so much more can be yours by signing up to the Post Wrestling Cafe. It gets you XL editions of Rewind to Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown, Collision Course on a weekly basis, MCU later, and so much more.